Okay, doke. So I just want to start by saying thank you so much for taking the time out to sit and chat with me. I suppose the first question is
Of
why are we here?
course.
What's the project? What are you working on?
So hi, I'm Star, and I'm one of the creators of the Fight for Rights musical.
Okay, doke. And how would you describe the Fight for Rights to someone who's never heard of it before? What's the story? What happens?
So the story is about like it's sort of about real world issues, social issues, and things that have a stigma around them. It's all in a school setting, and I guess you could call it sort of a metaphor for things that happen like in the real world, but also this happens like in a school setting. So there are a bunch of kids who are all part of marginalized groups. They're minorities, and let me think of a good way to word this. Basically, um, like this is all about sexism, ableism, homophobia, and transphobia. So there's transgender representation, yeah, a bunch of queer representation, and neurodivergent representation, and this also talks about like things women go through on a daily basis.
Hmm.
So yeah, bunch of um, a bunch of things that are not talked about that should be talked about.
You've given a voice to those people who are often, ignored and not their stories aren't told. And
Exactly.
by the sounds of it, it's not, we're not doing the tokenistic queer character, tokenistic woman character. Your story is stories of those people. They're not just there to please or to. These are real stories that people will have experienced or know people that would have.
Right, exactly. Cause like as a queer person, I'm tired of seeing like just one queer character and like um it's just there to please, and I'm also tired of seeing queer baiting, because
Mm.
I remember like if I see queer representation I'd get like so excited, but then just
Yeah, it doesn't seem to make a difference. But obviously, with your story, you seem to have a focus on representation, real representation, and telling stories of those people who are often ignored. So obviously, incredible inclusion. So how did the idea come about? Where did it start?
so when I was 12, I was basically starting to notice, and to be honest, I've always noticed this, but like, um, I had felt like there wasn't a lot of representation, and like, I am Mexican and queer, and um, I've gone through a lot, and I realized that there weren't a lot of characters and there wasn't a lot of stuff like that being talked about. And I realized that there were also other stories of really young people, like people my age, um, sorry, just like being not being talked about.
Mhm.
They were silenced, and I was just like, what if I wrote a musical about issues that have a stigma around them? And so like I started, and then I'd taken a break, and then I'd come back to it with, and then texted my friends, and I was like, hey, I started writing this thing a while ago, and I kind of want to write it with y'all because I think we could learn a lot from this, and um, I just think it could be a great bonding experience.
Mm. And obviously, as as someone who loves theatre, we lots of people are getting fed up now with the same stories being told, the same musicals being featured on Broadway,
Same
on the West End.
tropes.
And so obviously to
The same
see
tropes over
not
and over
only
again.
not only to see new work, but also told from young people, it's incredible. It's exciting, it's fresh. So again, amazing. So you have your virtual premiere coming up tomorrow. What's the process
Yeah,
been
virtual
like
concert.
preparing for that?
I'm sorry?
What was the process like preparing for the premiere? How's that been creating that?
It's been really great and like really stressful, like trying to get everything online.
And we were talking just before we started recording that no one has been in the same room throughout the whole process. That you're all scattered across different locations and time zones. And
Exactly.
so, what has it been difficult taking this idea that you had to a virtual premiere? What was the process of that like?
A bunch of Zoom calls, text messages, and sometimes working alone really late at night in my room, which I'm currently in right now. And sometimes I would have to sometimes I would work on it like in between school because I did online this past year, and so did most of us. And sorry, my mom's in the other room. But like just every chance I could take to work on it and every chance my friends took to work on it, we would work.
Mm.
And like
Oh, apologies.
Sorry. Sorry. Like you could tell how much they love it because like watching their video clips back and like looking at the text messages and like seeing how excited they were on Zoom meetings, you could tell how passionate they were, and I am so freaking proud of them.
So as a young writer, what advice do you got? What advice do you have for those who are looking to start writing? You know, what tips?
Just start it.
Just go for it.
There's nobody telling you no. And if you want to write about a heavy topic, do your research and get some people who have experiences. And just, again, if you want to write, just write.
Yeah, that's amazing. And people sit there and go, I don't think this is a good idea, or this, it might not work. But if you put it out there, if you put all your ideas out there, there's going to be, one that is, fully fledged enough to go somewhere, or that sparks your interest enough that you want to work on this for however long. So obviously, just put it out there, just go for it, and write whatever you've got. So where can people stay up to date with the show? Where can people follow the show's journey?
On Instagram, it's at the Fight for Rights Musical, all lowercase, all together. Same with TikTok, and there's a YouTube channel called The Fight for Rights, and that is where the show will be.
Yep, and so to watch the show, how can people watch the show tomorrow? What's the process?
So there is a link in the Instagram and TikTok bio to the YouTube video, and it's like there right now, but it's not live yet. It's going to go live tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time. And if you want to donate to the Actors Fund, there will be a link in the description. It will be the first thing you see, and you can donate however much you want.
And obviously, as a helpful little tip, on the YouTube video, you can set a reminder when it premieres.
Yeah. Yes.
So there is no reason to miss out. So obviously that's Instagram, on YouTube and TikTok. They can follow the show. The actual premiere is going to be available on YouTube. So obviously people can get tickets for that. It's a free event, but if people would like to support the Actors Fund, they can do so. Like you said about the comments, there's a link in the comments they can follow. So apart from that, that's all my questions. So I just want to end by saying thank you very much for taking the time out
Of
to
course.
chat with me. Also, the best of luck for the premiere and the rest of the show's journey. I'm excited to see it, and I think everyone else should be too. So thank you very much, and the best of luck. I shall
Thank you
speak
so
to you
much.
soon. Bye.
Bye.